guys!
Hi.
Welcome to episode 8 of Signal Boost. I am Jessie Sprocket. I'm the communications director of The Generator, and I'm also the founder of the flea market, Reno Punk Rock Fleet. And this is my cohort.
Hi, I'm Alicia Dynamic, and I'm the education director for the Reno Generator, and that's all. Literally nothing else.
Not true, that's not true. You do lots of things.
Not lately. Lately, literally all I do is the education for the Reno Generator.
We're working a lot. Yeah.
Trying to make things awesome.
Well, it's really great because today is the first episode that we're in our new office.
I'm glad that all you can see in our office is a pile of children's toys.
You can't really see them. Shh.
It's a farm toy.
But look, we have a balcony.
We do. Oh my god, you didn't do it that way.
I'm going to do it that way.
Oh, there, they can see.
Yeah, see?
So that's a balcony. It looks like a weird hallway.
I want to go outside, but I'm not going to. It's really hard to resist it. But yeah, if you walk out there, then you can, it's like a balcony. If you come to 250 Bell right now, and you yell. Yeah, if you yell.
We'll hear you.
We'll hear you, and we'll come out on the balcony. And we'll let you in.
We'll throw a Hershey's Kiss to you.
Do we have some? Oh.
Right here, baby.
250 Bell,
Just
downtown
saying.
Reno. Come on over. We'll throw kisses to you from the balcony.
Throw you chocolate kisses, which are even better than human kisses, especially in the age of COVID.
True.
Not in this economy.
Well, we're here in our office. It's pretty great. We finally have a place that's not my house that we are working out of, and that's awesome.
You'll notice not a single child screaming right now.
It's amazing. So good. So the Generator, if you don't know, moved temporarily to downtown Reno at this location at 250 Bell, and we're doing a opening party on May 1st with Hungry Devil's food truck and Sweet Paradise ice cream truck, and Nina Santo is going to be playing music, and we're going to have a bunch of cool activities like making a jellyfish puppet.
Yes.
Yeah, and
making a flower crown.
And giving tours of the makerspace. So this is like, this makerspace is a little bit different than the traditional Generator, if you've ever been there. It's got things like textiles and tech lab and 3D printers and the laser cutter and screen printing and Paintlandia, but it's not going to have a wood shop or a metal shop because we're moving to Eddy district. So this is just our temporary in-between summertime space. Yeah. But we're going to be running a ton of cool workshops and really great kids programming and doing
stuff for all ages. So
and some interactive art sculptures and gallery shows and stuff. So it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, we're right down the street from like Brickies and
Shifters. Right there.
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
We're by the psychic.
Yeah, we're by the
tarot readings.
Yes.
And very close to Schwarmageddon, but we mentioned that last time, so we won't belabor the point.
Yeah, we're just like, we're close to like the Lear Theater and the Truckee River. It's just great. It's awesome. So starting May 1st, people can sign up to become members, and it'll just be like kind of a summer cool thing here where you make art by the river, hang out with us.
Yeah, and this space is a lot more conducive to like fine artists than than the previous space we had at Ice House, because we're moving those big shops. It's just going to be a lot of clean workspace. So if in the past you were someone who, considered working at the Generator, considered like having space there, but it wasn't workable for you because of the dirt that was produced by the other shops. Well,
because it's
real.
Dirty.
Because it was always in the air, the sawdust and whatnot.
Yeah, we're not having a wood shop or metal shop here, so
it's clean here. So this is like a really
look how nice it is.
Look at it, it's clean, and the Generator was, it was great, but it was dirty. So this space is clean, because I'm the kind of artist that like my shit needs to be a lot of the shit that I do needs to stay.
Yeah.
Kind of clean. So that was important to me. Like, so I just want to let people know that if you're that kind of artist and that kind of, diverted you before, maybe give us another try.
Yeah, and it's cool because we're really prioritizing new programs and focusing a lot on like our textile shop, doing things like soft sculpture and weaving, and then the tech shop doing more 3D printing, soldering, LEDs, a lot of things that we didn't focus on before, that we're going to be doing in this space, like a lot of laser cutting programs. So it's going to be really rad. And and there's a lot of space too. If you're like a community organization and you are looking for a space to host a meeting or a get together or even like a small event, we can accommodate you here too. And we really want to offer this space up as like a kind of like meeting location too.
Yeah, reach out and we'll see if we can make it work for what you need.
Yeah. So it's an exciting time. And yeah, May 1st is the opening, and then you guys can all come down and we can make art together, and that's really exciting. And also tomorrow we are having a zine workshop here from 3 to 5. We're building out our new zine. It's Lucky Numbers. And so that'll be really fun. It's just like a bunch of art supplies and collage stuff, and we just sit around and make zine pages.
It's really fun.
Yeah. So that's rad. Okay, now it's time, everybody, for What's New With You. What's new with you?
What's new with you?
What's new with you? Yeah, so every week we do this new segment called What's New With You. If you tag hashtag WNWY and tell us what's new with you, we'll post it on here and let everybody know what's going on in Reno and what's going on in your life and what new cool things are happening.
Yeah.
What is even new? What is new with you, Alicia?
Oh my gosh. Well, today I went to the Riverside Farmers Market. Well, first I was here training some volunteers for a cute little activity that we're going to be tabling with. So that's a thing we're going to be doing for Earth Day. We'll be at Earth Day, and we'll be at the Sparks Block Party, is it called? So those things are happening next weekend, by the way, so you can catch us there, and they're cool things to attend. Then today I went to Riverside Farmers Market and I had a matcha latte because the coffee truck that's there, they make an amazing matcha latte, and I was thinking about it all week. So I got that, and then I went to the Animarte event. They did Arte in the park today at Pat Baker Park, and it was really awesome. They're a super cool kind of younger organization doing arts education and community building, and it's really cool stuff. So we talk about them a lot because we've hosted some of the artists who are a couple of the integral members of the group, and yeah, we're always kind of shouting them out, so check them out. That's what I did. And besides that, I've just been working a lot.
Yes.
So that's a lot of what is new with me.
Yeah, same. We've been working
We've been doing a
lot because we were trying. Yeah, we're building the programs here and setting up the makerspace. So it's been nonstop and getting ready for this massive event. So it's intense, but it's really cool, and we're excited for all the partnerships that are going to be coming through.
Yeah, and I've been working a lot on the Jenny Box project, which you can still check out at therenagenerator.com/kids. And I interviewed Rebecca Stetson, who's the founder of Farmily, which is a food nonprofit that's like urban organic farming, and they donate a lot of food to people in need in the city. So there's a lot of that type of work going on. It seems like there's a ton happening in Reno right now with like
mutual aid.
Farming and mutual aid, but particularly in the realm of like small scale farming, which is super cool, because the other thing that's new with me is I'm just like working on my garden, getting ready for the spring planting.
Yes. I have so many tomato starts, guys, if you want some. Hit me up.
There's probably eventually it's gonna be like, what's new with you? Well, we're having a seedling sale in Lemon Valley. That's gonna happen, so keep your eyes out.
Although we could have a seedling sale here.
True, we could just have it here. Oh my gosh. Does anybody watching? Would you want to do a seedling sale? Anybody has seedlings to sell or want to buy them?
Yeah, community seedling sale.
That'd be kind of fun.
Let us know if you're into it.
Yeah, we'll set up some folding tables in the yard.
Yes, we'll just host it low key. Seedlings, bring what you got. Trade sale.
Sure.
Not even sale, just a swap. Seedling swap. I love that.
Ooh, Killbuck says that he finished preparing large canvases to start painting banners of monsters. Yes. And if you don't know who Killbuck is, he's an amazing like banner and sign painter, like in the old school like sideshow style. His work is amazing and iconic, and if you come to the generator at the opening, he'll be all set up by then. You'll probably get to see some of his work in action, and it's fantastic.
Yeah,
he's a real treasure.
He is a treasure.
Frankenstein.
Heck
he
yes.
says.
I'm excited for that. Yeah, Killbuck's coming in tomorrow to start getting ready. Nice.
Super cool.
Painting big things. Okay, what's new with me? Yeah, I don't know. I'm here every day working. That's what's new. I did get these really beautiful earrings, guys.
What's the artist's name?
Sarah something. I'm so bad. But I'll post them later. But they're like these beautiful brass
If you're
earrings.
looking for some cool witchy earrings.
Yeah, she's in Minneapolis, and she's just super rad, and she sent them like immediately. And I always do that thing where I'm like, oh, I want this art or whatever, but I'll just buy it later when I have more money, and then that day never comes. So I just bought them for myself, and I feel very happy about it. To support,
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi. Support a like emerging artist and her craft. Like her work is stunning. So I'll post it later.
If you've got the funds these days, you know, you've got a little stimmy left or whatever, buy stuff from your local artists.
Oh yeah, that's what else is new with me. I bought a new truck. Yes.
New truck. That's why she's wearing the hat. Because it said new truck energy.
Yeah, I haven't even driven it yet because I've just been here, but it's okay. I'm going to drive it tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. But it's a Dodge Ram Bighorn. That's right. I feel like it's very Nevada, y'all. And the license plate is gonna be Rat Dad. Pretty stoked. Okay, so I guess now.
Us too, Jonathan. Jonathan says excited for the new space.
Heck yeah, Jonathan.
And we
come
super are too. Please come over. Maybe
May
you want to
1st.
make a zine page tomorrow.
Yes. May 1st is the opening, but we will be having zine tomorrow, and from 3 to 5, just ring the doorbell, and then a creepy intercom says, someone's at the front door. But it says it like a creepy doll, like, someone's at the front door.
It's weird.
And then I'll come let you in. Basically, that's what I'm saying. If you ring the doorbell.
You won't even have to hear the creepy doorbell because we'll just let you in.
Yeah. 3 to 5 for zine making tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's
The other thing that was new is that this week we interviewed.
Yes,
please come, Jonathan. We'd love to see you there. I won't be there because I'm actually taking a day off of work this week.
She has better boundaries.
I have to garden tomorrow, so I won't be there, but Sprocket will be there, and Ray, who we've interviewed on the show, who is an amazing artist, and I actually just bought some new pins from them. That's a new thing too. They did these really cool new pins. Oh, we wish you could be there too, Claire.
We miss you so much, Claire.
We really miss you. If you change your mind, you can stay at my house. We're vaccinated, so you're good.
Yeah, come down for the opening, and I'll be vaccinated by then too.
But
sorry.
Yes, no, we so I got some cool new pins from Ray that are awesome, and they will be there tomorrow. Yeah, and but yeah, this week we interviewed Hannah Eddy. So if you've been driving down Holcomb Street recently, you couldn't have missed her new mural. It's at the corner of Holcomb and Liberty on an apartment building there, and it says "Find Your Flow," and it's very bright colors, and it's really bold and like really good vibes. And we had a really cool conversation with her right there on the windy side of the road in front of her mural, and it was just like a really cool, chill conversation about her life and art and snowboarding and things like that. So we're gonna play that for you now.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yes. Ugh, it's whatever. It's inverted, so it's harder for me to move this mouse.
All right, so we're here on the corner of Holcomb and Liberty at this new mural with the artist Hannah Eddy. So Hannah, if you could go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Hannah. I live in Reno, just down the street. I am 34 years old and have been painting for my whole life.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about your early memories of being an artist, when you got started and how that...
Oh, man, I feel like painting and drawing have just been like such a huge part of my life. I started skateboarding and snowboarding at a young age, so I was really inspired by all the graphics and stuff on. That was like why I wanted a new skateboard, because I wanted the art on it.
Okay.
And
that's awesome.
I think forever I've just wanted it to like get bigger and bigger. In college I painted like large scale oil paintings, and now I live in a tiny house and just paint small acrylics, and then now really big buildings.
And you've done several murals before this?
Yeah, so actually this year it kind of started picking up. This fall I got to do one down in Monterey, California.
Oh, cool.
Snowboarding friends kind of like got me into this mural festival down there, and it was one of the most fun things I've ever done. And since then I've been kind of just like on the grind to try to get more walls, and it's been working out.
And you got a really big wall right here.
Got a really big wall.
That's so rad. So
I feel like I've been seeing your art really popping up like all over Reno. It's like, it's so cool because it's also like really empowering and it's got a lot of positive messaging. So like, it's just fun to look at, but it also like has that straight up feel good vibes.
That's
like,
kind of, I'm just like, we're all going through so much right now, especially in the world today, and we could all use a little more positivity and color. And even if you don't really get what it means, or it means something totally different to someone else, like it has that positive, feel good vibe, good colors, and bringing nature into the city and fun stuff to look at. Like, well, more, I mean, it's fun to make, and I know it's making people smile, so.
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel like you've been pretty inspired by your snowboarding? Like, I feel like it sounds like you're a pretty serious snowboarder.
Yeah, so snowboarding has like brought me out west. I grew up in Maine, and I moved out west, kind of just chasing bigger mountains, and Tahoe was where I landed like 12 years ago, probably.
Oh, cool.
And been in Reno for 4 years. So we travel a lot. My husband and I travel a lot for snowboarding, but recently have been like, you know what, we really love Reno and we'd like to like settle more. So I think that's probably why you've been seeing more stuff pop out, because I'm like, all right, I'm here. I really like it here. Let's like do what we can to make it brighter.
Yeah.
Well, we love to hear that.
Yeah, thanks for being here and making it brighter. Heck
of
yeah.
course.
I'm so happy to see it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, what made you fall in love with Reno?
You know, honestly, like, it has everything that I'm looking for in a city, like cool art scene, there's music when you want to see it, there's good food. I am plant-based, there's like vegan food to eat, and that's amazing, and everybody is like welcoming here that I felt. You know, we tried to live in Portland for a little bit and like just didn't jive with it. And it's so
same.
We both moved here from Portland.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so you get it. And it's like the access to the outdoors here is amazing. Like,
I have become outdoorsy just because I live here.
Totally, it's
I
right
was
here.
always very committed indoorsy person.
Yeah.
And then I moved here and was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa, there goes a motorcycle. You can see that we're out here in the streets.
We're in the streets.
Part of it.
We're in the real streets.
Street art.
It is street art.
This is not the indoor art that you were talking about.
No, this is outdoor life.
It's good to have the balance though. You can't just, or I can't just like paint murals all day every day. I need my like indoor time to kind of just recoup and resettle and like go snowboard, go skate.
I was gonna say you skate too, huh?
Yep. So that's been really fun, like living down here. We can skate all winter also, which is so nice.
Yeah.
Portland rained all the time, that was hard.
So muddy.
Yeah.
Always.
Not to like talk shit on Portland all
No,
day,
Portland's
but
rad.
It's amazing. But
Portland
I just feel
doesn't
like,
need more positive press either.
And like time in its existence of like, all right, there's people here that are really into positive, cool stuff. More people that come to like good, better.
Just geographically, the way the city is, it's different. They were not that I think we here. There's a little more room to spread. Yeah, there's that
That's
too.
a whole
That's
It's like Maine. I've branched out and lived a bunch of different places, and I feel like this has just been a. And
yeah, we're both East Coast from New Jersey.
A mural, like what's the hardest part? What's the best part?
Totally. The process for me starts. I draw on my iPad all the time, and that is like such an amazing tool for me working on murals, because I just take a photo of the wall and I can mock up crazy amounts of things, and my brain just goes wild with ideas while I'm just on my iPad. And then
You're using Procreate?
I use Procreate, yeah, for all my mural stuff. Like, I have Illustrator and Photoshop for more design work on the iPad, but Procreate's a great tool for planning out murals. So this one was with the developers of the building, like property developers. So it was kind of like a scenario where I submitted 4 designs. They picked one that they were feeling like they wanted to base it off of. So there's a lot of back and forth with people who own the buildings, which is cool. It's just like normal client work where you kind of got to work around them, figure out what's going to work on different scales, meet in the middle on some stuff, and then on something like this, I gridded it out because it already has all the little blocks. So, you know, I would just take like I count like 6 blocks up and 6 blocks over, grid it out. Actually, we rolled, my husband Tim helped a bunch, and we rolled primer on pretty much the whole thing.
Wow.
So that just helps the colors pop and make it last longer. But yeah, so we rolled primer, gridded it out, and then I just was like holding my iPad and was like, okay, this line comes through this. A lot of people do doodle grids and stuff where they like draw a bunch of crazy stuff all over the wall, which helps your brain kind of decipher where the line's gonna go. You're like, you don't get as confused.
Yeah.
You know, if you just
like
have like
lose
a
your
big
place
grid,
in
it's
this
hard to tell
vast
like what lines
blank
are
space.
what. But this is a pretty simple design. I wanted to have it be just like really big shapes and play off the size of the wall. So I was able to like have just a simple grid, line it all out, start filling it with colors, and then outline it, which is my favorite part. Like getting like tight outlines
and then it really pops. And then that's when you see it come together, right? That's that part. That's that magic.
And it's the hardest part is leaving work at a position where like you wouldn't show someone you're painting at that stage, the stage where you're like, I don't think I like this.
And it's just like giant, and you have to just drive away from it. And you're like
later. Sometimes I want to write, it's not done yet.
Yeah.
Just put a little sign.
Yeah, but it's fun for people like on a busy intersection like this. People drive by and they're like, watch it come to life, and that's such a cool part about murals. Like, there's no barrier of entry. Everyone can see it. Everyone can enjoy it or hate it or love it or whatever. Talk to their friends about it. Talk to you about it. It's just a cool process to watch that evolve, and I feel like I was always so into that and like trying to figure out how people painted on such big scales, and
You figured it out.
trying.
It looks
still
great.
Still learning.
I love that the frog's eye is the security camera,
That was
right?
Tim. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Tim's
so funny.
Tim's like big tool builder guy, and we came to the wall the first time, and he's like, because the frog was literally going to be 2 feet lower.
Oh.
And he's like, what if the frog's eye was the camera? And I was like,
Done.
that's why you're around.
It's brilliant. I didn't even from looking at the photos of it, I didn't even realize that little detail.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's fun to play off the wall too. It's like
I'll
such
do a
cool
little
experience.
video. I'll cut it so people can see.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love the really big shapes. I love your bold use of color and that everything is like really squiggly and like, yeah, I totally get that your background is like skateboard art and snowboard art. Like it also is like video game-ish, which I think all of that stuff plays together.
All together.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's why I like it.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. It's
Yeah,
fun.
definitely. It has this like childlike quality, but it's like very,
It's like
well
fun
done.
at the
It's
same
like
time.
it's sharp though.
Thank you. Yeah, it's funny, like with my style, I'm dancing the line of like, I don't want to go too cartoony sometimes. Like I'll draw something and I'm like, I need to just tone that back a little, just personally. So it's fun to play on that, like super graphic, playful, illustrative style on like a large scale.
It's sweet too because your style, I'm watching it pop up and it's like so iconic too. It's so you. And like that's really freaking rad when you can see something and you're like, that's that artist, you know? I love that. I feel like I struggle with that as an artist. I don't have a style.
I felt like I've always struggled with it too, and I really took a step back and was like, okay, what do I admire about certain artists? And it was that similar thing of like, man, it's just so cool when you see something and you're like, I know who that, you know? So I just like really just hunkered down a few years ago and was like, I'm gonna just figure out what I really love to draw and what just like makes me excited to get up in the morning and just draw those things and see what happens.
That's great. That's a really good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I feel like one of the things we like to ask is what advice do you have for artists who are, coming into their art or themselves, or, trying to bring what they're doing to the next level.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, I think like that is pretty good advice. Like, I don't know if you want to elaborate on that at all, but
Yeah, so finding like a medium that it doesn't really matter. You're like, I love to draw with Sharpies, or I love to use my iPad, or I love to use colored pencils. Like, find that thing that you don't get sick of using, and then just like take that tool to make the stuff that you're excited to make. Like, don't focus so much on like making it perfect or whatever. Just like go through stuff and just find. It's kind of just like life. Like, you got to try a bunch of stuff to really figure out like what you love.
Yeah.
And just keep
Absolutely.
doing it and keep pushing it, and don't settle for things that are like you think other people are gonna want you to do or whatever. Like, it's a hard balance, especially with like social media these days. If you post something that like so many people love and you're like, I wasn't really feeling that, like, you kind of just got to be like, I don't like it, so that's not me. I don't know. It's a
yeah,
hard
no,
balance.
that's great advice. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people find themselves in that trap where they do a thing and it's really well received, and
Yeah.
they don't maybe vibe with it as much, and then they feel like they need to chase that success.
It's a scary cycle to be in. You just want to like do the stuff that at the end of the day you look back on and you're like, that was me just doing what I love, and whatever that turns into, you're kind of successful because you're just doing what you love. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because really, like, you're just the judge of you.
Yeah.
So, like, just keep
Yeah.
that in mind always.
And also, no one really cares. Like, we all think that everyone's just like watching everything. You're like, just
It's
be
so important to
authentic.
remember.
Yeah, like everybody's doing the best that they can. They're all like, everybody's in our own little worlds, and like, if you're putting out authentic stuff, it's gonna resonate. And
Yeah, I love the show Steven Universe. Have you ever watched it?
No.
Okay, it's a cartoon,
Okay.
all right? And there's a cartoon in the cartoon, and it's a dog that's a helicopter. It's called Dogcopter. And then Dogcopter says in this one scene, and he says, like, art is a conversation, and don't worry so much about talent. Focus more on just being authentic, like, and being honest, and people will appreciate it.
absolutely.
And I
love that.
always think that, like, I'm paraphrasing,
Always
but
think about Dogcopter.
I'm always thinking
Dogcopter.
about Dogcopter.
Just listen to Dogcopter, you'll be fine.
I think it's like the same exact thing
Yeah.
you're saying. It's like, people are gonna recognize and appreciate that authenticity.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, what's next for you? Do you have anything coming up on the horizon?
I don't know if you guys saw, but do you know Bue, the warrior? Bue the
We're
warrior.
familiar with it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
He painted, he's amazing, and I've been a fan of him for a long time, and we kind of like reached out to each other on Instagram in the last couple weeks while he's in town, and we just jammed out on a wall together
Oh, I saw that.
behind the Sierra Meats.
Oh,
So it was just like a couple day freestyle wall where it was just so fun. I learned so much from him, and his style is so rad, and we were just like having the most fun ever for a couple days painting that.
That's
So
awesome.
hopefully more stuff like that, and just team up with different artists and learn things and keep painting.
So if you're a mural artist and you're watching this and you
I've been hearing that a lot lately, too, though. Like, people will just find an artist they like and message them on Instagram, and then all of a sudden a collaboration happens.
Absolutely.
And I feel like a lot of times you get into imposter mode, or you feel like you're not good enough or
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
But like, all artists go through that. So I think it's
Totally.
like, dude, if you learn anything, like, be authentic and just message your favorite artist tomorrow and be like, what's up?
We're
like,
all just
can we make
humans,
art one
just
day? Maybe
having
they won't
fun, yeah.
respond, but it's
Right.
still, maybe
Yeah.
they will.
DMs are tricky.
know.
Yeah.
Emails are better for
True.
me.
Yeah, for a lot.
Personally.
I think a lot of people feel
Yep.
that
I
way.
think it
Yeah.
depends. I think it depends.
Yeah.
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people that do not check their email, which is crazy to me, but I know that they
Yeah.
exist.
I'm bad on my DMs, so if you want to reach me, email me.
Right.
I guess my only other question is, like, how did you go? Well, I guess you were saying, like, your snowboard people,
Yeah.
but, like, what's the best, like, what do you think for people who are, like, intimidated about doing murals, but they've always wanted to do it? You think just do it. Just find a wall somewhere, find someone willing to give you a wall.
Yeah, it's just asking building owner, going into a building. If you see a wall that you're like, that looks like the perfect size, the angle I want to paint, it inspires you to paint, go in there and try to find the building owner. Like, just keep asking. That's what I heard. That's what I got the most out of my muralist friends that I ended up connecting with. They were like, go to 10 buildings and ask them if you can paint a wall, and maybe you'll get one, maybe you won't get any, but then go to 10 more. Like, it's just kind of a game of timing and
Yeah, I know. It's the same as like filling out a call for art. You gotta fill out like 100 and then you get one maybe.
Totally. Yeah, and don't think that like I just decided I wanted to paint a wall and then it was just that easy. You know, it's just like, it's a process, and paint your bedroom wall if you want and shoot photos of it and put it out there and be like, hey, I paint these now. You know, like,
Yeah.
you kind of just gotta put out into the world what you are trying to do, and maybe it'll stick. And it's tricky though. It's really, it's not easy, but that's what makes it fun and exciting.
Sure. Like so many things, if it was easy, everyone would do it.
Yeah.
But
But you
worth
can
the
do
work.
it. There's plenty of walls.
Yeah.
And if you're determined to do it, you will paint a wall.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially if you're in Reno, I feel like we're really like mural friendly here.
Totally.
So just start bothering people and ringing their doorbells. Be like, hey.
Yeah. Garage doors are great. Like, I have a little practice wall that I have in my backyard that I just like test new caps on and stuff. Like, there's stuff you can do in your own yard and build confidence.
man, if I lived in town, I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere, so nobody wants to paint my
That's not true. I'm gonna start having people painting my goat shed and my chicken coop and stuff, and like I've got a bunch of walls, and like I was saying, like people drive by and holler at my sculpture, so you don't know. I mean, you're far up there, but
I have a chicken coop, and if somebody wants to paint it, I was gonna say, if I lived in town and somebody came over and was like, I want to paint your garage door or something, I would be like, yes, please. I'd be stoked.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel like that here. Like,
There's some
people are
cool
receptive.
garage doors in Reno, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. 100%. One of Josie Rock's garage doors just got ripped down recently.
Oh
I mean,
man.
it happens, you know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
part
but like,
of it.
can we like put it in the
Well,
garage
he
door
like
and put it
posted-
somewhere?
He like posted and he's like,
Can we hang it
anyone seen
somewhere?
it? Hope it's not in the trash.
Oh,
But like,
man.
I guess because they tore it down. They tore down the garage, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
But you know, you think you could preserve, maybe they kept the door. Hopefully they kept it and they're
There you
hanging
go.
it. Maybe it's in the
Maybe
backyard
it's
now.
inside.
Yeah, maybe it's on their freaking living room wall
Maybe
now.
it's their behind the bed. What's that? The headboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're not stupid, it's just somewhere cooler now.
There you go.
I mean, if you're watching this, I'm not trying to call people stupid on the
You can
but
cut that out.
Cut it out.
Cut that all out. It's fine.
Everything gets edited. Now I'm like, I better make sure that was Joe, but I'm pretty sure it was.
That sounds
Whose Instagram post was that?
You can cut it out.
Yeah,
It's all
it's
good.
cool.
It's all good.
I guess my only other question is like, what's your art background? Like, did you just learn by yourself because you were really into skateboard art? Did you go to school? What's the?
Yeah, so I always drew and painted, like I said, and kind of thought I'd go into like the architecture, maybe design engineering kind of world because I liked math, and I didn't really think of art as a career opportunity. I mean,
fair.
growing up in Maine, or like I didn't see,
Yeah,
none of us
100%.
probably,
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to school in Colorado mainly because of snowboarding, but ended up having a studio art major. So oil painting was my emphasis, and I did like very illustrative stuff with oils, and looking back I'm like, I probably could have gone into more of the illustration field with my degree, but I got an art degree and I'm using it, which
Hey.
but
That's the dream.
I was a baker for a long time. So out of college, that was like my way of being like, okay, I can take like art and make money out of it without having the pressure of like trying to be an artist.
That may be the hustle.
Yeah, without the hustle. Yeah.
So instead you were a baker. Cool.
Yeah.
That's super rad.
Yeah. Yeah, so
We
I was a
love
baker
baked
for a
goods.
long time.
That's rad.
It was great.
Cool.
Delicious. I'm very hungry.
Yeah, right?
Now let's get some muffins.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I think
Or-
that's all the things I want.
Yeah, well, thanks so much
Of
for
course.
and for talking to us today.
Yeah,
and
thanks for all you
awesome.
guys do.
Thanks for beautifying our city.
Yes.
We love it.
Trying one wall at a time.
One wall at a time. That's all
just
you
so
can
fun.
do.
Alicia's just setting up our ring light.
It's getting dark in here. Sun's down.
Yeah, that's the hard.
Still nobody took us up on the offer of Hershey Kisses.
Maybe they don't remember.
Well, if you want to come by 250 Bell, we'll throw one at you. You don't have a lot of time now, though. You
Yeah,
only got
that's
20
true.
minutes, but we'll throw one at you.
If you can get here in the next 20 minutes.
If you're like at Shifters and you want to come watching this on your phone and you want to just...
Yeah, we have, here's the balcony right here, and if you come, we'll
us.
throw Hershey Kisses out of the balcony to you.
But yeah, so very cool. Hannah Eddy, the mural.
Yeah, that was so lovely. It took us a minute to connect because Hannah's so busy right now. Like, she's blowing up. She's all over town doing cool murals.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that we finally got to meet in person because I've been low-key Instagram stalking her art journey. But that's the magic of the boost. We get to meet all these people. Yeah, and I guess that's a good segue to say, if you're doing cool art, hit us up. Send us a message and we'll totally interview you and showcase your art on the boost. And if you want, you could just send us a video and we'll play that too.
Yeah, if you already have a video you put together, just send us the YouTube link.
Yeah.
And we'll play it.
So easy. It's just info@rprfm.org. And you can also just message us, DM us on all of the socials through the flea market or through the generator. And we are here to signal boost you, you know. We just... Every week we find cool artists to talk to, but you could be our cool artist next week. Send us your stuff, or musician, or
your
performer,
friend.
or
Maybe you have a friend
farmer.
who's a cool artist, because I know sometimes people struggle with promoting themselves, but maybe you know someone who could, who deserves a little promotion.
Yeah, someone recent.
No, like career, like we love people who are starting you know,
Emerging.
that are new in their career and whatnot. They don't, like, my point being, it doesn't, like, no thing is too small or too new or, like...
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be art. It could be anything that you're doing, nonprofit work or farming or whatever you are doing in Reno that you want us to talk about. We're, open. We're open.
I know what's going on with this camera.
Why?
Figure that out. It just keeps refocusing. I'm sorry about that, guys.
It's okay.
It's very confused now that we've moved over to Bell Street. The camera...
Like, what's happening?
Is struggling.
Yeah. So our next thing that we have coming up is that we went to the art museum.
We did.
It was crazy. We had like 4 seconds and we ran through. Hold on, I'm just gonna.
We were there for like a half hour.
Cue it. I have to say I forgot how nice it is to just wander around and look at art.
Yeah.
Because we just, a lot of times you go to like a gallery show or something and there's a social aspect to that, which is cool, but I forgot like how nice it is to go to a museum and be in a quiet space and focus on like one piece of art for as long as you want and be able to just kind of like fall into that art, like trance it out almost and see a bunch of details and have a long series of thoughts, uninterrupted thought about art. And I totally forgot how wonderful that is. So that's my little like PSA, take yourself to the museum.
Yeah,
because it's awesome and like really, really just lovely. So.
And if you're in Reno, you can go to the Nevada Museum of Art and see this exhibit, which is called Victorian Radicals. And the reason it's called that is because the Victorian era, of course, coming after the Industrial Revolution, people didn't really need to make their own stuff anymore. And this was sort of the first maker movement, where people were making stuff for fun and for the art of it. And, not that wasn't part of the motivation for people before that, but it was like the first time that would be like the only motivation. And of course we've continued that. And yes, thank you, Claire, for doing what you do. Our friend Claire is watching, and she is a art conservator, and so if you like art and museums, and it's thanks to people like her who's
preserving it and
who are preserving it and just caring for these important collections and helping us maintain that history. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Claire.
To anyone. If there's any other art conservators,
we gotta have Claire on the show.
Thank you to you too. Yeah, Claire, when you come into town.
Except you're not from Reno, Claire.
That's okay.
Wah, wah.
The event will be that Claire came to Reno.
Yes.
And that'll be the Reno News.
Yes.
That we'll be reporting on. So yeah, we just did a quick little
run through.
A little run through, so you can just get a little taste. So.
And it's up until May 30th. This Victorian Radical show. I would highly recommend going. Everything in it is really detailed, and so yeah, I was just loving like spending a long time looking at individual pieces and getting the depth of them, and really thinking about like the process and how much harder it was to make things than it, like everything we could mass produce now. I don't know. I was getting really into it. It was lovely.
Yeah, she was. She was like obsessed with the stained glass. She's like gonna start doing stained glass now.
Yeah, I kind of really
There's
want
some
to.
really cool stained glass.
Painted stained glass, leaded. Yeah, it was just like I had never thought about doing something that way. So that was cool. Just getting inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Also, not gonna lie, I haven't been in a museum in probably like 4 years. Bonkers.
And we're both gonna write reaction pieces for Double Scoop. So Double Scoop's gonna be putting out an article that's collaborative with a bunch of local makers, talking about the reactions to the pieces. So that should be coming out maybe next week.
Yeah, soon.
So keep an eye on Double Scoop, which you should be doing anyway.
For real. Okay, let's play this awesome little bit of video. Oh, hold on. I jumped the gun. Okay.
Always
Well, it's
the epitome of professionalism here.
It's cool. It's a new setup now, and the computer's on the other side of me, and it's really throwing me off, guys. All right, let's do this.
We're back.
And we're back, yeah. Just a little walkthrough video, but you should go check it out. I mean, that video, gives you a glimpse into it, but not, obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you could really just sit and puzzle over, and there's some really cool jewelry that I didn't include in that because I just, oh, yeah, it is like exactly like that Killbuck, yes. It is like on Zoom when you're muted. We forgot to turn the desk. You have to switch between all the audio things all the time, and it's a lot to keep track of, and we're both really tired, honestly.
You're so tired.
We're just tired working moms, so we're trying. But
tired working art moms.
It's true. Yeah, there's some really, one of my favorite pieces in the whole thing, if you get over there, look for it, is in the back section, like from when you come up the stairs, the other side. There's a couple jewelry pieces, and there's one that is a piece that the artist made for his wife because he felt like he couldn't find a piece of jewelry for her that was beautiful enough, which, like, you know, that's all. Oh. And it was so interesting. It was like such an interesting piece. It was really unusual. It was all these like it had a whole lot of opals that were just like amazingly fiery, but it was just like, it's really hard to describe. A picture of a tree, and it had like her name on it, but it was like enameled, and it was like, it had like set gemstones, and it had like pieced together like these big cabochons, and like, it was really fascinating. And it was the first piece of jewelry this guy ever made.
Damn.
Like, I don't know. I'm a silversmith that I recently just taught myself over the quarantine, and the idea of that being like your first piece of jewelry, you're just like, oh, my wife is so beautiful, I'm just gonna make her
the most elaborate, amazing.
And it's like this really, it's also just like very, really unique. Like, it's really an unusually, like, it's almost like it was made by someone who like had never seen a necklace. Like, they'd seen it, but like seen a necklace, but like it felt so just unusual and unique. It was like, it was also just like so original is the word I'm like searching for.
Man, I gotta go back because I didn't see that piece.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, what? I want to see it.
Yeah, it was really, I just found that super just that one piece particularly was so fascinating to me. That you would just bust that out. Like, wow. Pretty cool stuff.
Incredible. I'm just going to pull up while you're talking about this, I'm going to pull up the video of Hannah.
Oh, look,
Eddy.
Erin. Oh my gosh. Hey, Erin. Oh my gosh. So Erin's going to be one of my guests. Erin St. Blaine, who just commented. She's a amazing LED designer, and she's been in the Tahoe area recently and stopped by the generator the other day, and we had actually met once before at Maker Faire, like many years ago. I was there, I was speaking that year at Bay Area Maker Faire, and I also was helping a friend with his microcontroller, like tabling for his microcontroller at Teensy. If you're an electronics person, you probably know that one. But Erin was there. We were at an electronics person meetup, and I knew her work already because she does all these amazing tutorials for Adafruit. So if you are someone who's into electronics, you should check that out. And so Erin's kind of like now kind of hanging out in this area, which is rad. She's rad.
Alicia's really excited about it. It's
I am. Cool. I am really excited. It's so cool to like have new awesome people in the region, and she's just someone who has an amazing like body of work that's very focused on teaching people to get into electronics. So it's really close to my heart because Adafruit is like how I taught myself to do electronics work, and that became like a primary mode of my own like artistic expression over the past decade. So people like Erin, so thanks Erin, thanks for tuning in.
NBD.
No big deal.
Full circle. That's going back to what we were saying with like in the Hannah Eddy interview, you know, like if you really love someone's art, even though it seems like, I don't know, that maybe they're inaccessible, right? Just hit them up on Instagram.
Yeah,
I feel like everyone just wants to collab and work together to make awesome art. And if they don't, then
that's fine too.
Yeah.
Some people just, you're too busy. That's cool.
But it's cool to like, I don't know.
People
try to
are
make
like
the connection.
never really, I think, insulted that you asked.
For sure, people are just flattered.
I was nervous to ask you, Erin, since you're watching. I was really nervous to ask you if you would be a guest on my Jenny Box project, because I was like, oh, she's really cool and a big deal. What if she like thinks I'm a dork and she doesn't want to do it? So, and Erin was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I can do it tomorrow. Well, she was like, right now, let's go do it. So,
I mean, the secret is that we are all dorks. So
that's true. That's true.
All right, girl, we gotta go into Instagram roundup.
Yeah, we gotta do
only have 9 minutes.
We gotta do it. We gotta round up this Instagram.
Instagram roundup. Yeehaw, y'all. Here we are. Where's Micah? Micah, where's my yeehaw?
Micah, where's the yeehaw? Woo!
Thank you. Excellent.
Saving the day as usual.
Yeah.
I saw Micah today at Arte in the Park, and he was doing a painting, and that was so cool. It was a very idyllic little scene, Micah.
Wish I was there.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Erin.
Fangirling. All right, cool. Let's play this video of Hannah Eddy working on that new mural she was just talking about.
With Bouet the Warrior, who's from Belgium, by the way.
So freaking cool.
How cool is that?
Look
Transatlantic partnership.
Dude, if you don't know...
Wait a minute, now we're on the West Coast, but I guess you'd still go that way. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm terrible at directions and geography.
She literally cannot drive around town, and we've lived here for like 6 years.
There's something that was never installed in my wetware.
So look how dope this mural turned out. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with it. It's so cool. You should go check it out. It's
super dope.
It's behind Ponderosa Meats. I haven't seen it.
It's near Beefy's, so if you're craving a burger, you can do double.
And by that pasta shop that hasn't opened yet, when are you opening Pasta Shop?
Pasta Shop.
I need you in my life. It's so.
But do you think they'll have cannoli? The Pasta Shop.
I know, but it's just really sick. Look at that. So dope.
It's really dope. It's a really cool partnership between the two of them because they both have it's like same but different style.
Yes.
Like they're both
true.
Super you wouldn't mistake one for the other, but similar school.
So like Hannah Eddy, keep following her mural journal because she's dope. Okay, big announcement. We chose the winner for our mural competition, and this person is going to be painting a mural here at Bell Street starting next week.
Roll,
that's who should be on next week. Is
yes,
Nick.
We'll get. When I give it away, it's Nick.
It's Nick Noyes.
Yeah.
Nick Noyes was chosen by the mural committee. We are so freaking excited. It's his first ever mural. So we're just really feeling very blessed and happy to provide space for him to express himself and for this new thing to go down.
Yes.
And if you might remember Nick because he had portraits in the Reno Punk Rock Flea Market bags this year. Also,
he had some large pieces in A World of Our Own. If you checked that show out, he had some really, really cool stuff there. And and honestly, if you're looking for a cool piece of art for your house, it's a little on the bigger side. I would say, you could get in on the ground floor right now. He's just got stuff up all the time on Instagram.
That's
and
true.
He's on the come up right now, and his work is really cool. And honestly, the prices he's putting stuff at are very affordable.
Don't undersell him.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm saying I feel he's gonna.
The brushwork.
His work's super cool, and I'm just saying he's doing some larger stuff and that he's putting up there, and he'll be $200 with a frame, $250, hard to beat that kind of. So I'm just saying
he's prolific. He's makes so much art. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So dope. So
Very
check him out. He works a lot out of the Potentialist too. So Nick won, and his mural. He's submitting a newish mural design. But it's gonna be it's gonna be flowery, kind of like this one. So it's gonna be freaking gorgeous, and we're unveiling the mural at 2 p.m. during the grand opening on May 1st here. So
don't
definitely
miss it.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
May 1st. 250 Bell Street.
Yeah, it's free.
Come hang out with us. It's free. There's going to be cool stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come check out this cool space. It's real different than what we were doing before.
Yeah.
And then eventually we're just going to move it all to Eddy, and it's going to be even better because that's going to be a whole build. It's great. The future is bright, folks.
The future is bright, but we have to work a lot of hours. Okay, so United Federation of the Universe. Talking about mutual aid like we were earlier, they are always out here helping houseless folks and people in need. And what they're looking for right now, underwear and socks, travel size deodorant, lotion, shampoo, conditioner, sunscreen. Oh, it's so sunny out here.
Thanks, Scott.
Hi, Scott. Emergency sanitizer, face masks, all these things. If you got them, please bring them to Holland Project and drop them off. They also have really sick t-shirts and hoodies. Super dope. I really want one, actually. I wonder if I could find it quickly. Yeah, look.
Nice.
Sick design. And that all money from that goes directly towards their efforts to support those in need. So grab that. Grab it. It's screen printed at Holland. Super dope. I need to get one. It's on my list. Ugh, so many hoodies.
Yeah, the Holland Project rules.
Yeah, the Holland Project's the best. Talking about Holland Project, the Young Blood show.
Ooh.
Artists under 21.
So cool.
Sign up. Deadline May 10th. If you're under 21, you make art, do it. Holland Project is freaking awesome. They're always out here supporting young artists. Get in on the show. I know it's scary.
We're just like slightly too old, so we won't be.
Just slightly.
Just a little.
Hey, I'm 30 plus and proud, you know? Yeah, do it. I know, it's so intimidating, but like, just start putting your stuff in a gallery. And
yeah, do it.
Then you, all of a sudden, it's like old hat and it's not even a big deal anymore. We want to see it, please, because we're going to come to that show.
Yep.
We want to hear that the Signal Boost made you do it. And then the last new thing I wanted to talk about, I just found out about these lovely ladies.
Yeah, Las Salvaditas Mujeres.
Yes, every Monday.
Cool name for their thing.
I know. They're posting plants. They're Reno local. They just find cool plants that
just
they
plant
love.
loving ladies in Reno.
Yeah, and then they just post it on their stories, and then you just, you like swipe up, and you're like, oh, I want this plant, and then they just deliver it to you. Which honestly, I kind of want to do that and like have it sent here to Belle and like
oh, that's
film
a good idea.
the whole
I feel
thing.
like I can never order anything delivery because we live out in the hinterlands.
I know we deliver here. That's also why we love it because we both live in the North Valleys, on little farms. So the novelty of being in downtown like is really it's not lost on us. It is so real.
It's bad because I've eaten like out like 6 times this week.
Well, we went
which has doubled the amount that I've eaten out in the past year.
Yeah, exactly. We're making up for lost time. Speaking of which, like in the comments, let us know what's your new favorite eatery so we can try out some new places.
I got Tolly the other night from DoorDash. They just deliver right to. I'm like such a bumpkin right now. I don't even.
Because it takes like 10 minutes to get a delivery too. That's what's crazy. Like. First of all, there is no delivery to us, and second of all, if there was delivery, it'd take like an hour to an hour and a half. Sure. And here it's like, beep, 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 food's here.
And they're just there. It's like magic.
It's like magic to us. It's like, you remember how she just got the internet? That's not a joke. That's not a joke.
Oh, gosh.
This is where we're at, folks.
We're just Luddites. We're sorry.
I mean, speak for yourself.
I mean, I'm not, like in some areas, no, in some areas, yes. Your good point, Killbuck.
I know. We were just talking about.
it.
We'll do a poll right now.
A poll.
We're officially we're officially at 8:00, so we're all done. We were talking about making Signal Boost only every 2 weeks or once a month. But I don't know. I kind of love it. I mean, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of fun, but the thing we run up against is it's a lot.
Yeah. What we need is video editing friends.
Yeah,
Where are you out?
Or what would be cool too, I feel like maybe is if we just did this once a month and it was like 3 hours long.
Commitment. I don't know. So let us know.
And we just covered like, it would be like the first weekend of the month and we could be like, okay, this is everything that's happening and here's a recap of cool stuff that happened in the last month and the new things that are happening. I don't know. We're thinking about it. So if you have any thoughts, feel free to.
Yeah, let us know what you think about the boost. If you like it weekly, if we made it not weekly, would you cry? Just let us know, because we're just out here doing it.
Don't tell us you're gonna cry.
Aw, we want to know the real. We want to know the real. Also, shout out to Gustavo for leaving the best ever YouTube comment.
Yeah,
Thank
if you're
you.
watching Gustavo, that meant a lot to us.
It really did.
It was like our second episode. Someone that commented, someone named Gustavo. We don't know, but
We've never met.
It was a really sweet comment and really made her. You can't like. It's weird doing something like this where we're just talking into the void, and we, it's nice to know that when people enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's resonating.
Yeah, it's nice to know that you guys like it. All right, it's 8:01. We've already put in like a bajillion hours of work this week. We're happy to do it, but we're still tired. So we're going to go home to our families, who I literally have not seen in so long. And we'll be back next week.
See you then.
Thanks so much.
Next week. Thanks for tuning in.